Yes.
All right. So where we last left off, Zoo, in an attempt to decipher the runes on the blade that oh boy, what's Lux?
Lux.
Yeah, the blade that Lux carries with them. He was seemingly transported somewhere else in a very violent manner, in which the rest of the party kind of followed suit in attempting to save their captured compatriots. All ended up teleported into what you assume to be a different realm of sorts, where there was a fairly strong sense of evil all around you that you know about thanks to your paladin. It does resemble the mines from the dwarven encampment up north in the town or the city of Gotem. And Lux realized this very quickly, that this is basically a one-to-one replica wherever you are of the mines up north. You got to the spot in the mines where Lux originally pulled the sword from the stone, and as a party decided to continue venturing past that threshold. That's kind of where we left off. Any other call-outs there? Did I miss anything?
Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
So as you step through this threshold, Patrick, go ahead and give me a what kind of roll do I want here? I would like
As he looks to see what the lowest saving throw is.
well, luckily it's not a saving throw. Can you just give me a
Death
perception
saving.
perception roll?
17.
All right. So as you step through this threshold, the sense of kind of undeath and evil around you previously ramps up almost immediately as you cross the threshold. You do not need to use a charge of your divine sense for this. You just being somewhat better attuned to the grand spectrum of good and evil immediately feel this weight bearing down on you.
Guys, I sense a disturbance.
Mm-hmm.
Like some kind of force.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Dark
Oh,
force.
And before we continue, who here has dark vision?
Ooh.
I do.
Ooh.
I do.
As long as I have my special feature for my weapon, I have dark vision.
Yeah. You still have that, so.
For now.
Shit.
Yeah, you're the only one without dark vision.
Yeah,
Kai.
Well.
Not gonna say it,
Lux
huh?
doesn't know it yet.
So if you do not have dark vision, as you get 5 or 10 feet past the threshold, it goes pitch black for you unless you are pulling out a torch or other form of light source.
Boy. Let me. Again, I'm gonna pull out my torch then. Pull out a torch.
All right.
And a rapier. And up. Oh.
All right. As you ignite your torch, A, you can see, which is great, but B, you realize that you're almost entirely in a straight shot tunnel that has a slight downward facing slope, relatively gradual. But as far as any one of you can see, it's just more and more and more tunnel. As you continue to go down the tunnel, which I'm assuming you do, unless anyone says otherwise,
Yep.
around the torch, and everyone can see this without any rolls, but it's almost like the darkness around you is moving closer and closer in toward the light source, in that you're unable to see as far. You don't have disadvantage necessarily, but you can tell that the darkness or the shadows around you are closing in the further you progress.
Lux is going to use a light spell. That's the light cantrip.
Okay.
And just to see if it's the same.
We're in the
Effect.
ways. It's the ways.
And what are you casting that on, Lux?
I think on my shield, on the front of it.
All right. So as you do so, the shadows recede back away from you to kind of normalcy, and along the walls, you recognize immediately that there are just hundreds of sigils and glyphs carved into the faces of this tunnel are all around you.
Uh-oh. Do you guys recognize these?
Just kind of glancing around, can you get a feel for any that are easily picked out that I recognized?
You may be able to. Let's see.
Common, Dwarven, Elvish.
I need to see what language this shows up in.
Is it like just an arcane glyph, or is it actual like language symbols?
This is language.
And these symbols are worked into the stone?
They are worked into the stone, yes.
So can I use my stoneworking feature to make an intelligence check with advantage to see if I can figure out how old these are?
You can.
Hey. I've never gotten to use stone cutting in my life. And boy howdy, am I about to.
Oh.
For a
Oh,
10.
no.
With a 10, you're not going to be able to carbon date this necessarily. But you can tell that this is that this was done a very, very long time ago. It could be pushing 1,000 years.
And does this look at all familiar with any of the dwarven magic, or like magic that dwarves use, or is this something that probably predates the dwarven outpost?
You and everyone else who wants to follow that same line of thought can make an Arcana check.
Oh. Well, not very good at Arcana, but I rolled an 18.
That's pretty good.
Whew. Wizard's coming in hot.
Dice still aren't very good for me.
So, Lux, Zoo, and Thass, you recognize that this is arcane in nature. You see every once in a while like something that might resemble something you've seen out of a spell book or something in the library, but it doesn't follow any common theme of magic use that any of you are aware of.
I recognize some of those words.
I would
Yeah.
like to touch a glyph that I think is the least threatening. Like the one with the most curves in the letters.
Sure. Are you trying to impart anything from that, or do you just want to
No,
touch it?
just touch it. Just,
All right.
trying to glean like if it, is this like
Look at
active or
Steve
what's going
Irwin
on.
Steve Irwin of Arcana over here.
Some dungeon.
I want to
Look at
taste.
it.
I want to taste the water. Is it water or something else?
Just touch it, yeah.
So as you put your hand,
Yeah.
paw,
Yeah, it's a claw hand.
claw, yeah. As you put your hand up to the wall, you trace with your claws the shapes of the runes. Nothing seems to be happening, but they're there for sure.
Cool.
Do any of you speak Elvish?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely not.
No, not one of my things.
All right, so anyone who can speak Elvish, similarly, you see some similarities in the way that this was written with Elvish, but again, it's not enough to decipher anything. It's like a very far removed dialect almost.
It's
Where like
not Elvish. It's
Like
Orcish.
Sylvan?
no,
Okay.
Well, I know this is how we got here, but if we spend 10 minutes, I can comprehend languages. If you think
You
it's
know-
worth it.
You know
Ooh.
about that.
I mean, hey, we're
Listen.
already dead, so we might as well.
What's he gonna do? Pull us into a second magical otherworld?
No, I mean, we're already dead, so.
Yeah, we're just on our way to death, but yeah, can't be
No,
double
no,
dead.
You said we're already dead.
Yeah, we can't be double dead.
Yeah, exactly. So might as well.
it's not quite true in D&D.
I know.
My character's not smart, and he thinks he's dead, so.
It's up to you, just like before. We spend 10 minutes to do this, to get a feel for these runes, or we can just press on. I'm fine either way.
What if we split the difference and take a charcoal rubbing? Do we have paper and charcoal?
I have 100 sticks of chalk.
You could just draw it on the back of Zoo and hope nothing goes wrong.
Don't believe in what you're drawing, please.
But it's gonna
we
need
could.
to make a performance.
Is that what we're doing then? And is the intent to, like, can we walk and decipher? Is that the idea there?
Oh,
the
I was thinking
idea
that way when we
is
get
to-
back, we have something to go on.
Oh, I'm worried that whatever these say will
The
give us
writing.
insight to what's at the end of this hall.
Theoretically,
Mm.
any enchantments cast on the stone won't transfer over to whatever you're writing it on. So,
You know, he's gonna decipher, and it's just gonna be another set of like dark spikes, and we're just gonna we're gonna inception this shit right here.
All right. That's what I'm just saying. Just throwing it out there. Doesn't hurt me. It could hurt us, but I don't know. But I'm just throwing it out there this time and not just doing it.
You guys can do whatever you would like.
Your call. I have no strong feelings one way or another.
All right. Well, I'm interested. I'm gonna start doing my little ritual.
I only have +1 wisdom, so this sounds like a great idea.
All right. I guess I'll begin my little ritual in this little hallway.
Okay. Does anybody else want to do anything while he conducts his
Keep
ritual?
watch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
All right.
gonna watch one side of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's be alert, especially the deep part.
Okay. So you said it's 10 minutes, right?
11 minutes. Sorry, it's 10 plus level of spell slot, so 1, so 11 minutes. Yep.
Okay. So 11 minutes goes
Yeah,
by.
11 minutes.
The ritual completes as you look up to stare at this writing again on the wall, you don't get to know the language, right? You can just comprehend whatever it says.
For the duration, you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear. You can also understand any written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface on which I would be touching the wall on which the words are written. So I think it's literal translation of what is on the wall.
Okay. So I'm not going to literally translate this word for word because it would take a very long time. But basically what you're looking at, Zoo, is a document of sorts, a historical document of the fall of a place called Netheril.
Okay, all this I'll be relaying to the group in common.
Oh, and hence the darkness, Nether. Yeah.
So it basically outlines Netheril was an ancient magocratic human empire of Faerun. It was basically the dominant power for hundreds of years, split amongst noble families that kind of controlled it. The interesting thing about this place is that it was actually settled on flying islands that existed miles above the surface of Faerun. And it basically created two different castes of people. There were those who lived on these islands. They were all magic users of typically human descent, and everything who could not tap into or control the weave lived on the surface directly below the islands in squalor and other horrid conditions. Netheril met its untimely end when the same caste of noble mages attempted to utilize some artifacts of massive magical importance and effectively blew up their islands, and they crashed down to the surface below, eradicating the majority of the Netherese people who lived beneath them.
Isn't that always the way?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like Gale's story.
Some people fly too high, some people dig too deep.
Yep.
Happens to the best of us.
Some
Your
people pull out stones and swords.
your BBG isn't Gale, is it?
So that's what's written on there. Does it give any insight of what if this tunnel was a part of Netheril, or is it just history?
There's no indicator that this was part of Netheril.
Okay.
It literally looks like someone scribed this in just to remember it. Like it's almost like
record.
pulling out it's pulling out like a record in a library is how it reads.
Cool.
And this is you kind of walking, pacing up and down this tunnel and reading all of the language around you. This isn't one particular section. It's kind of the majority of what you see.
Yep. Cool. Like I said, I relay this to the party. Yeah, I'm good to continue down.
All right. Yeah, if no one wants to do anything else here, you can definitely do so. So
Onward.
as you continue down this tunnel, you are eventually you eventually come to a place where in the distance you see a door, and this door is closed, but underneath the door you see like flame flickering underneath of it, so it is lit on the other side is kind of what I'm going for here. By like torchlight or a fireplace or something along those lines, right? You see the flickering of those flames under the door.
It's about
polite entrance? Certainly can't hurt.
you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and burn one of those detect. Oh shit.
Divine sense.
Divine sense.
Oh, it's bad. It is far and away the worst thing that you have ever felt in your entire life.
My God, there's a clown on the other side of that door.
You know, through this doorway is nothing but the purest and most definite form of evil.
The teenager on the other side of that door. Guys, it's so evil.
Is there like a keyhole in this door?
You
Okay.
are pretty far away.
Oh, okay,
you are
okay.
not at the door.
Gotcha.
I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt that you didn't just
Yeah.
walk up to the door.
So there's a. Is this just a hallway and it terminates in a door? Is that what we're seeing? Or are we seeing like a split and there's a door on the wall? Okay. Okay.
You know, for a dude who's like, I really don't want to lose my eyes the same way as my buddy did, you're really risking those eyes.
Well,
You're like,
I just
want to
know.
languages, the rune on this sword. I want to comprehend languages, these runes on this wall. I want to
need
put my
to
eye right
know.
up to a keyhole, just like all those horror movies.
I'm gonna switch to my second rapier.
You are effectively blind until you get to the door. Then
Doesn't the
Well,
cleric have a light going?
Isn't Lux like shining a
It's-
light down the hallway?
oh, sorry. Yeah, you are correct.
Okay.
Call.
Well, I mean, we came here to fight evil, right? There's the evil, let's go fight it.
I mean, there's backwards and there's forwards, and there wasn't really much back there.
So here's what I'm thinking. Is there anyone who's better at taking hits than me?
Oh,
I mean,
would either be me or
better
Bath.
or can take some hits. I mean,
Well, it can
there's
take
some
some
of us
hits,
who can get hit better than others.
I could get hit pretty hard, but I don't want to.
It's all right. I'll go through the door first. Howard.
I'll cast Sanctuary on you.
I'm gonna be right behind him.
Well, we're not close. What happens as we get closer to the door? I mean, you said we weren't that close to the door yet.
I assumed you weren't.
Okay, so we're gonna move in on that door. You know,
All right.
weapons ready and all that.
Yeah, I'm stacked up right behind him.
And what
Okay.
does Sanctuary do?
Let's see. As long as you don't attack, or until you attack, every attack against you has disadvantage.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Pretty good. So
Or
you
no,
get
I'm
a-
sorry, not disadvantage. The attacker has to make a Wisdom saving throw, or choose a new target.
Oh, interesting.
Sorry, got that messed up.
So
Is
I'm gonna
that
take a hit.
concentration?
It is not.
It's
Wow.
not.
That's strong.
Yeah.
hmm
It's pretty sick.
Though I will caveat that I'm going to wait to cast it until we're either like right next to the door or until something happens.
Sure.
Ready's in action.
So your party approaches this door, and for all intents and purposes, it looks just like a normal, albeit, maybe heavier door than what you're used to seeing in town. But there's nothing that stands out to you. Looks like a normal door. Has a handle, has a keyhole.
Oh, it has a keyhole.
Just try the handle.
Dude.
I would like, unless we're, we could take a peek
Oh,
through the
he's trying to go
keyhole.
blind. He's trying to go blind.
Through the keyhole, though. You guys think it's a bad idea? Okay, I won't do it.
I think it's a bad idea.
Okay.
I'm gonna open the door.
Okay. Patrick, make a Constitution saving throw.
Fucking knew it. Well,
Oh
that didn't go
no!
well. Uh, If it's an attack, doesn't it need to do a wisdom saving throw first?
You're
That's
not. You're not
not
being.
fair.
You're not being
Oh.
attacked necessarily.
I feel attacked. That makes it an attack. So 91.
So as you start to reach your hand out for this handle, and that feeling you got when you used your divine sense, it prevents your body physically from following through with the action. And in fact, you start walking backwards instead, and you run directly into who was right behind you? Was it
Me, Athelios. You just...
Yeah, so you just walk backwards directly into him.
What are you doing?
I can't. It won't let me.
Fine.
You, Athelios, realize that Thass has gone pale white. All of the blood has been drained from his face.
Something really bad is up there. This is the only way to go, right?
The only way to go
mean-
forward.
We didn't go away from the pool in a different direction. We just went this way.
This was the only tunnel, right?
The only one you saw.
Well, yes, that we saw. We just kind of went on a path, and this was the path.
Hey, do I need to open it?
Yes.
Oh gosh. Okay, I'm gonna sheath one of my rapiers.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if you also get an natty one.
Well, I have to put my. Let's see. Hold on.
Look,
And I'm
to be
gonna
fair, I rolled a
Go
2.
open the door. There's. I don't have the same divine sense as you do.
Sure don't. Okay, so you put your hand on the door. You crack this. Are you swinging it open like ready to go, or are you just kind of opening? How are you coming into this room?
I'm gonna open it, and as I do, my rapier's gonna come up in guard position.
All right. Are there any actions that anyone wants to do prior to this door being opened?
Yeah, actually. 1 second. Is that
Maybe like switch targets for the sanctuary.
I am going to cast Divine Favor.
And what does that do?
Gives 1d4 Divine Radiance on my weapon until the end.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. So you swing this door open, and in front of you, you see a relatively, it's a medium-sized room. Like I said, it is lit by a handful of torches, kind of in the middle. And in front of you, you see 5 dwarven skeletons. Actually, I just want to make sure. Let me look at.
The Dwarven Nazgul. Aren't you a little short for a Nazgul?
Okay, I'm actually going to move you. What's going on with this vision? Russell, how do I see what the players see?
Double click on the player normally.
We see it. We see 5 and
I do not.
The
see
eye.
five.
and
I
the
will
eye.
tell you that right now.
Oh, it's because I think it's because you don't have vision.
Oh, there needs to be a light source.
There is a
Oh.
light source right here.
If
Well,
you
that's
drop a, let's see here. There's an active effect on the left-hand side, like in your menu as a DM, and you search for like light. Or actually, if he casts the light cantrip, it should allow him to select a target.
But it's his self though.
Right, and so he would do it, and
So
when he
he
moves
has-
in, when he moves into range, because that's as far as he can see, right? Are you
Oh,
saying?
that's well, no, because this room is lit up.
Oh, so then on the left-hand side, there's like a light bulb, I think,
Yes.
and you
Oh,
just
there we
drop a
go.
light bulb over the torches.
I see lighting controls, but it's not doing anything.
Yeah, the apply active effect button for light doesn't want to work. Let me roll to
It
make a
did it.
dexterity saving throw against my own light spell. Oh, did it?
Yeah, you're lit up.
Okay, beautiful.
Are you okay? Wait. Oh, you're talking to him. No,
Yeah.
I want. Yeah, this light thing isn't like. So I click on the bulb and it says click and drag.
And yeah, so it's a radius, so you just drag it out the radius.
It is not working.
And then the other thing is you can right click to toggle it on and off.
It's not letting me drag a light source.
Do you want me to hop over there real quick? Let me see if
Can I just like do this?
you can also right click
Yep.
the scene and just do global illumination. Like on the scene on the right side.
Oh, right.
You could also do it that way if you don't care about lighting.
Yeah, I don't care. Did that fix it?
Yep.
It's all lit.
Okay. Jeez. Okay, so ignore the rest of this map because I'm just using this one part of it. But so you come through this door, and in front of you you see 5 undead dwarven skeletons, and then behind them on this large kind of pedestal almost, you see what appears to be, you assume, a human skull. Make a perception check as you come into this room.
Everyone?
Perception.
Yeah, anyone who kind of crosses this threshold right here.
All right, I have not yet. Kind of crowded in behind here.
Perception. Ah, finally.
Pretty good.
22, dirty.
So everyone except Zoo. This skull is interesting because you can definitely tell that in both of the eye sockets there's encrusted rubies inset in them, and then in some of the teeth, rather than just bone, it's actually rubies and where the tooth would be. Anyone who succeeded in that roll, which is again everyone except Zoo, you can make a I'll let you choose. It can be Arcana or History.
Well,
History 15.
aha! Dirty 20.
I know things.
So Lux
I did a
and
history once.
So Lux and Athelios, you are able to discern fairly quickly that this thing in front of you resembles very much a demi-lich.
Why? Okay, so that assumes that I know what a demi-lich is.
Ah, right.
It's like a lich, but demi.
Not quite lich.
Okay, that assumes that I know what a lich is.
Like a demigod, but not a god.
Yeah. So, a lich is a very, very powerful wizard, typically, that decides at some point to forgo the bonds of life and basically perform a ritual to keep themselves effectively immortal by sacrificing souls to their phylactery. When a lich fails to sacrifice souls to the phylactery, it becomes a demi-lich, which typically looks like what's in front of you, a skull with typically encrusted gems, and the eye sockets or teeth or other joints or bones are replaced with gemstones. Still very, very powerful, but typically dormant.
Yep, we gotta kill that thing. Well, we gotta make it stop moving, which in this case is an important difference. And I'm gonna run up and smash the skull.
So as you start to move forward in an aggressive manner, we are going to start initiative.
Okay, it's a good thing I pulled out my other rapier.
You're a dual wielder.
Mm-hmm. I have two-hand fighting.
And Doug, do you have to start combat before we can roll, or if we roll initiative, does that give you what you need?
There we go. All right. So I've created an encounter. Oh, I have to put all of you.
I can roll the initiative for these guys.
You can roll initiative for them?
Shouldn't work.
Roll.
Oh no, I can't.
Okay.
It threw the dice roll up, like the dice, like you can click on it to roll the initiative, kind of like how you have it next to your name. But I can't roll it. I thought it was really funny because I was like, natural ones, come on.
Get wrecked, nerd.
Oh.
Wow, those are some high rolls on.
Yeah, okay.
Guys.
Mr. Cheating. Mr.
There's a 2 in there. There's a 2 in there.
Listen, it's not so much that they rolled high as it is you guys rolled low. Okay.
Obliterated.
Okay, so Thass, you see Lux begin to sprint forward toward this demi-lich on the pedestal. And with that, all 5 of these dwarven skeletons seem to become animated. No one was really paying any attention to them, but they seem to animate as soon as he begins lunging toward them.
And is there any movement from the demi-lich?
No, it's just a skull on a pedestal.
Okay. Lich hasn't moved. Let's deal with the skeletons first. And I am going to, as a bonus action, cast Hunter's Mark on. I can't signal like I can in any other one. That's weird. On the lower one here.
Okay.
Oh no, I can't. Never mind, because I have the radiant, the divine favor. Never mind. Then I am going to jump in here and smack the lower one.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does hit.
Oh, and it's not calculating the 1d4. There we go. And that's radiant damage.
Radiant damage. My God.
Yeah.
What do you attack with again? Just out of curiosity.
That is a glaive, like a kind of like a spear with a slightly longer blade on the end.
Gotcha.
Sword on a stick.
Yeah. All right. And you did 17 total, you said?
Yep.
Perfect. So yeah, you plunge your glaive into the bones and remaining tissue of this skeleton. It almost gets impaled at the end of your glaive like the goblin from last session, but it manages to rip itself free as your glaive kind of slides out between some rib bones.
Slippery little devil.
And then, oh, I needed to begin combat. That's probably why you couldn't do anything. Sorry. So if that's the end, I don't know if you have any other actions there, but you can end your turn when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end my turn.
Okay.
Don't have a second attack yet.
One day soon, probably.
Maybe. Never. Depends on how we come out of this.
Yeah. All right. So this dwarven skeleton is going to run up right into the melee here, and he's going to take a swing at the proverbial light source that is Lux. And he will do.
Bring it on, you bag of bones.
Yep.
Ooh.
So as he runs up to hit you, or shambles quickly up to hit you, the light from your shield seems to blind him as it swings toward you, completely missing, just glancing off the shield altogether. A very feeble attempt at a hit there.
I was really hoping that he wouldn't just drop his battle axe, but he dropped the arm attached to the battle axe.
He's
I-
been disarmed.
I tend not to do that, because if I do
I
that, then
know.
it has to go both ways.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Yeah. This skeleton is gonna mosey up here, and it's gonna take a swing at Athelios.
Athelios!
Okay, let's see here. Um,
They will roll a 17 to hit you.
it unfortunately hits me.
You're gonna take 4 big ones, my friend.
Okay.
Quite literally the least you could take.
Actually true. All right, this skeleton is gonna move over here and take a swing at the Paladin in shining armor.
I'm
Have you
prettier.
considered shining your armor less? Good.
I have to look down. Oh. You are the only player character that's been crit so far.
He almost reconsidered there. All right. I'm assuming that does not hit you.
No.
Okay. So yeah, that axe glances off your shoulder plate, doing effectively 0 damage to you. This guy is also going to swing at you, however. And he looks like he means it too.
I'm really hoping he doesn't.
Does a 17 hit you?
Yes, actually it does.
He will roll damage. Another. You take 4 big ones. And that will bring us to Lux's turn.
All right, I've had enough of you wee skeletons. Time for you to see the light.
That was
And I'm
weird.
gonna Radiance of the Dawn.
Oh, yeah.
And I believe all hostile creatures are within 30 feet.
Okay.
So, yeah, DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
What you did,
for-
you just brought the lich into things.
You know not what you do. All right. I think I can do that.
I gotta grab something from my door real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
And it also dispels all magical darkness within 30 feet. I don't know if there's any left that matters, but
Oh, I did the stupid thing again.
You said demi-lich, not
And-
flaming skull, right?
Demi-lich is what it looks like.
18 radiant damage and half on a save.
Oh wow, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
Okay, let me do some
And
stuff here. Said half on a save, right?
Did we wake up the lich?
hey, liches get stitches in this house.
I forgot when I take damage, I gotta do a Constitution saving throw.
And
And
I need to roll
fast,
for
do you want more AC or do you want the wisdom saving throw and stuff tries to swing at you?
Let's do that wisdom saving throw.
And just a reminder that if we do that one, it only lasts until you hit something.
Oh, in that case, how long does the AC last then?
10 minutes.
AC.
Sweet. And then I'm gonna bonus action Shield of Faith onto Thas.
Whoa.
Did that go through? Clicking the apply active effects button.
How much is it supposed to give me? 2?
2.
It did not, but I'll keep track of it. So I'm at 18.
Sweet.
As Doug puts those numbers into his number generator. Greater than 18 on D20.
And that's all I've got. Where's the end turn button?
All
There
right,
it
so
is.
this wave of divine energy flows out from Lux and ignites all of the undead surrounding you, burning one to a little pile of cinder at Thas's feet. The other ones look very, very unhappy about what happened. And that's
Okay.
going to take us to Athelios' turn.
And does the Demi-Lich look like it got hurt at all?
Yeah, you're about to find out.
Okay. With my left hand,
So I'm just gonna. Do you have dual wielder?
I don't know if I can actually do this. I was looking at it.
Yeah, it has to be 2 light weapons with 2 weapon fighting.
Because I think the rapiers, I don't think they have to be. I think they can be wielded with one hand. But if you want, DM, it's up to you. I can switch to my shield instead.
There's just certain rules for doing the two weapon fighting. Like
Okay,
you
let
have
me
to
just
have light
make sure.
weapons, in a light weapon in your offhand, and
Well, both weapons have to be light weapons.
yeah, right. Both weapons have to be light.
Unless you have dual wielder, and that's when you can use rapier.
Okay, I think, and now that I'm double checking, I think I'm gonna have to switch to my shield.
We can say you had your shield and one sword out. That's fine.
Okay. I'm gonna attack with my right hand.
Sounds
which
good.
has
What are you
rapier
attacking?
in. I'm gonna attack the one right in front of me. Let's
Sounds-
see.
A wise plan.
Attack. Normal. Does a 22 hit?
Yeah, it definitely hits.
Okay. Let's roll the
It definitely hits.
let's roll the damage. I'm doing 9 damage.
All right, how do you want to second kill this guy?
Uh,
I can kill this guy.
I poke it right in the eye socket, and its head goes flying backwards.
All right. You hear the clattering of the skull as it rolls across the stone floor.
And then, would I have? Can I get up here? Can my character get up there with its +6 to acrobatics?
Yeah, I mean it's just a small incline, but you can get up
Okay.
there.
I'm gonna get up there, making sure to not give and
Well,
then
unless Lux wants to take the attack of opportunity.
do you want to attack of
Yeah.
opportunity?
I'd be happy to.
And then in order to pull out my bow, I would have to use my action surge, right? At this point, since I've already attacked.
You get 1 free item interaction every turn, so you'd have to drop your sword and shield
mhm.
and pull out your bow.
And then action surge to attack again.
Nope, you could attack as normal.
He's already attacked though.
Yeah, I would have to action surge to use my another attack. Okay. So,
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, to get a second attack, you'd have to use your action surge as usual.
this may come back to haunt me. But I am going to drop my.
So before you do that, just a rule clarification. If something's in melee range of you and you have a ranged weapon, is it disadvantage on all ranged attacks or just attacks against the person in melee range?
Only the person in melee range.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the DM can rule if the person behind him has cover or not. But that's just however you want to rule that.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna drop my. I need to go into my pack and drop this. Oh. Can I just? I would have to delete it out of my.
You can just say you have
Okay,
dropped
I've
it.
effectively dropped it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sorry, update on that clarification. It's all attacks.
Okay, there we go.
Yep.
So before you proceed,
Yep.
with a ranged weapon, if something's in melee range of you, you have disadvantage on all attack rolls.
So
Ranged
even
attack
something
rolls.
that's beyond it.
Yep. So that's why I asked that
Interactive.
before you.
Yep.
So you can not do that if you'd like.
Does that ranged attack rolls, does that count as casting too? So if someone's there and you cast a spell,
If the spell has a
target.
ranged attack, so Eldritch Blast has a ranged spell attack, I think would still count.
gotcha. And same with like Scorching Ray, but something like Crown of Madness or things like that is not a ranged attack.
No, those are point and save.
So you can drop your kit and make a ranged attack at disadvantage, or you can hold on to your sword and board.
Don't check spells.
Man, that'd be a great time to use piercing arrow. Okay. Yeah. For now, I'm gonna keep a hold of my shield and rapier.
Okay.
And at this time, I can end my turn.
Okay. So as you drop this undead dwarf in front of you and skitter up this little rock formation, you see the skull kind of animate suddenly and immediately levitates into the air. You see both of the eye sockets begin burning with a deep red, and it's going to cast Life Drain.
Ugh.
It's going to cast Life Drain on Thass, Lux, and Athelios. So you all need to make a Constitution saving throw. Your DC is 19.
I'm in danger.
17.
Pop that up.
So DC is 19.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Oh yeah, 19.
All right.
Half damage.
So
No, I'm
it's
just kidding.
So Athelios, you see these two crackling purple beams of energy, similar kind of to what you saw happen with the sword, where they kind of just impaled their victims. You see one fire off. It hits Thass directly in the chest. You see another one fire off. It seems to go through the shield of Lux and similarly impale him. And this gives you just enough time to kind of slip out of the way, and you hear the beam crack the rock behind you.
Whew.
Thass and Lux, you both take 21 damage.
Oh boy.
And
Good thing I dodged that.
you see visibly this room begin to get darker and darker, enveloping even the light source from Lux's shield.
Ouch. Down to 7 hit points. My vision is closing in.
Shouldn't have hit the Demi-Lich.
Yeah, priest, we're gonna have a chat if we survive this.
Does anyone have a backpack that's empty or a sheet? Because I think most spells and abilities are a creature you can see, and I wonder if we can just like shove it into a pillowcase and hit it with hammers.
Okay, I'm gonna take a quick just glance around the room. Do I look above the doorway? Do I see any runes or something that would like isolate this room?
You can make a perception check.
Okay, my character here.
Hey, and Thass, I failed my concentration check for Shield of Faith. So
Oh yeah,
back to
no,
normal.
I failed mine too.
Yeah, so I'm just taking stock of the room. If it looks like this is seeing what this thing just did, if it's somehow maybe contained here.
You see many runes engraved along all of the walls of this chamber. You can't decipher the context of this. This isn't a language.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that means we're gonna cast a spell. And what that spell is going to be. Make sure it's in range.
I should have mentioned, as those beams hit you, Lux and Thass, you feel the life force drained out of you and transfer into the Demi-Lich.
Uh-oh. Well, I can't have more than 100% health, right?
I'm gonna target the Demi-Lich.
Yeah, get him.
We're gonna try, but yeah, so that's what I do. No. Well, what can I do now?
Heal me, please.
Well, you see, that was the Hail Mary.
I didn't say Hail Mary. I said heal me.
I go here and I close the door.
Wow. Wow.
Uh,
All right.
I don't. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey guys, I haven't been hit yet. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I'll be back
Weren't
next
we
round.
supposed to have a tank bard or something?
Listen. I
No,
didn't.
just because Tank and Turtle start with the same letter
Big floating
doesn't
skull.
mean he's not a coward.
Big floating skull blasted the tanks, and they're reeling. And I casted my spell, so I back out for a second.
Yeah. So you move through the threshold and close the door,
Yeah.
and feel free to end your turn if that's the end of your turn.
That's all I've got. Yeah.
All right, that brings us to the top of the round. Thass, you're up.
All right.
Heal yourself, buddy.
Um,
How far off the pedestal is that thing?
It's just floating like 10 feet above the pedestal. It's
so
within
I
melee
am
range.
unable to move. Oh, you know what? It's okay. Might have figured it out. There we go. Now I can move. Take that
Okay.
5-foot step. So now I threaten this semi-lich. You
Mhm.
know, he's within range. And then I'm gonna channel divinity.
Sure. What does your channel divinity do?
He has to do a wisdom saving throw, and since he's undead, it's at disadvantage. And if not, he can't move, and he is frightened until he either takes damage or yeah, I think that's it.
Can't move.
So Abjur, make a wisdom saving throw, DC 13. Undead have disadvantage. They're frightened if they fail it, and speed reduced to 0. And can't benefit bonuses speed for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. On success, the creature's speed is halved for 1 minute or until the creature takes any damage. And it's
Okay.
not frightened if it succeeds. So I'm just hoping for that disadvantage, you know, that it gets casting shit while it's frightened.
Yeah. You said wisdom saving throw, right?
Correct.
How the hell do you do this in this character sheet? Oh, there we go. Disadvantage.
Oh.
That sucks.
So it is not feared.
Nope.
Does the movement still occur?
It's the movement speed is halved.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Well, how about that?
Really wish Russell had killed the one right next to me, you know.
Well, I went for the big bad and failed miserably.
Well, I think that's about all I can do.
Okay. That'll take us to this guy here. He's gonna swing at Athelios.
You see how I stepped into the fight? Zoo?
I can't see anything. The door's closed.
Actually, he doesn't. No, that doesn't hit.
That blow glances off of your shield. We have this man here. Oh boy.
You're gonna kill him. He's
Yeah,
gonna
they-
die.
And
If
he's
it
gonna
happens, it happens.
he's gonna take a swing.
But I know I'm gonna haunt Zoo.
This is not. How can this be my fault?
It doesn't
I
hit.
am praying
Thank God.
This is.
my God that if I am struck down in this battle, that my soul will eternally torment Zoo.
Hey guys,
Well,
there's a thing that's a lich in the room.
Yeah, and there's 3 of us fighting it, and 1 coward left the room.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I can't hear you over the sound of your bitchiness closing that door.
I read about lich ones.
Does a 14 hit you?
No.
It was a 4v4, and now it's a 3v4.
It was
They
not.
live to fight another day.
Or another round until the demi-lich.
Lux, it is your turn.
All right. Lux cracks his knuckles, and he goes, "All right, this is a wild one, boys." And Lux is going to do some absolute insane shit. First and foremost, he's going to move up next to the demi-lich.
Okay.
Triggering an attack of opportunity.
This one would get an attack on you.
Sure.
Depending on how you... Yeah, there's no good way to get through both of those, so I think you'd take one either way.
Yeah.
Do you still want to do that?
You could just walk up to me and heal me.
You could help him with these fire. Yeah.
You could heal me.
Paladin, heal thyself.
Alright, so you're gonna take an attack first, if that's the road you're going.
Yeah, that's fine.
Does a 14 hit?
No, he's not, because I am
It does
going
not.
to use my attack of opportunity as a sentinel.
Oh, okay. Does that
Um,
stop the attack from happening?
It might if it kills him.
Oh.
I guess it doesn't matter. You missed him anyway.
Yeah,
but
it doesn't matter, but go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, save your reaction.
I'm gonna save my reaction just in case for this demi-lich.
All right.
And Lux is going to take his helmet off
Yeah.
and is going to put his helmet on the demi-lich.
Backwards.
'Cause-
Backwards.
Yep, backwards.
How
My
tall
hope
are
here-
you?
Average dwarf size.
Was that like 4 feet?
Yeah.
So this skull is floating 10 feet above a pedestal.
Can he get up on the pedestal?
Oh,
and-
gotcha. In that case, I'm going to jump for it.
Alright.
He
Athletics.
could have healed me, but no, he chose to jump and try and hit him with his helmet or something.
For sheer ballsiness, can I get advantage?
No.
Okay, 21.
Oh, it doesn't need it anyways.
So you jump up and try to do this. Now he gets to roll. I guess this is contested acrobatics, right?
Or like a
Yeah.
grapple.
It would probably be acrobatics, yeah. Dodging out of the way.
Oh, what is the order? How does this work? Meets it beats in this situation.
So it would save because he set the DC of the save and it hit the save.
Gotcha. Okay.
The DC is 21. Yeah, and then yeah.
So you managed to get your helmet up around the skull. What you hadn't anticipated is the skull just rotating and the helmet falling right off of it. But dang, were you close.
Well, you got to give it a try sometimes. And I'm assuming I'm like laying back on the thing
You
and
landed.
the points over.
No, you landed, you know.
Oh, beautiful.
No matter how much we wish you broke your ankle on the.
In that case, I'm going. Oh, other important question. Do I have my hammer?
No. I think we did this last session. You do not have your hammer. In fact, I think you have
Yeah, you have
one
my
of
long.
Zoo's weapons.
Yeah, you have my long sword.
Right. Yes.
My one weapon.
Okay. Thass, how bad are you for hit points?
He's at 7.
Not looking great.
Not great.
Let's see.
Step in.
Do you have lay on hands points left?
Oh, I sure do.
Beautiful. I cast Sanctuary with my bonus action.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast it on Thass to keep him safe until he can heal himself. Because all I've got is healing word. So he can heal himself more. And that's all I've got.
All right. And then Sanctuary is until he attacks?
Yeah.
Yes. Or 1 minute, whichever comes sooner.
Okay. That'll take us to Athelios.
Yes, and I'm going to
Run out the door.
swing. No, I'm going to stay and fight, and I'm going to swing at this skelly boy
Yeah.
for an 18.
An 18 will definitely hit.
Okay, I'm rolling my damage. I am actually going to re-roll that damage using my Piercer feat.
Yeah, I assume you have something that lets you do that, so go ahead.
Yes. As a special, once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack that deals piercing damage, you can re-roll one of the attack's damage dice, and you must use the new roll.
All right.
So how do I re-roll this here?
Throw
it back. I'll just throw it up again.
Yeah, you might just need to.
Damage. We're gonna fine. I have to re-roll it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't need to. I don't need
That
to
doesn't hit.
re-roll.
Doesn't hit.
It takes 8 points of damage.
All right. How do you want to end his life again?
This time I'm gonna swing at it in an arc and knock it out of the park. The head.
Okay. All right. You hear a loud clock, and another skull goes flying across the chamber.
From nowhere, a roar of applause.
Yeah. Yeah, he ends up over there somewhere.
Okay, I'm going to drop my my sword and shield.
Yeah.
And
All right,
draw
here we
my
go.
bow.
Yeah.
I'm going to action surge, use ability, and then I'm going to fire at the demi-lich. What? That previous roll. What? Previous roll of longbow has not been.
I think it gives you the option of like
Discard
rolling
previous?
it back. Discard previous, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to roll attack, and that does not hit. Probably 14.
No.
Dang. Okay, then I'm going to end turn. This is not good. You're gonna
Oh, it is what it is.
party wipe us.
No,
Not-
I think
not entirely.
Zeus doing that to us. That's game master.
How is this in my what?
You could have charged that demi-lich.
Oh my god.
Hey guys, I have a 21 AC. Closes door.
Or you could have run up to the two attacking fast and taken one of their hits.
He said it's kind of a lich. It's almost a lich, right? Like
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Oh, it really doesn't. We're your friends. You grew up with us.
I'll raise you later.
is gonna move here, and it will. It's gonna cast Cloud of Dust, and that's going to affect Lux, who needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh.
I think there's going to be a vote to kick out
Oh.
Bard and pick up the blind wizard.
Does a 16 save?
It sure does. So you are engulfed in like a miniaturized sandstorm. But you manage to get enough grains of sand away from your eyes where you don't go blind. So that's good.
Hey.
Does this obscure the lich?
Not in any mechanically meaningful way.
Is it sand or is it dust from his body?
Bone dust?
Like
It's
like dwarf dust.
It's generalized
Check on this
dust.
stuff.
Oh, I taste lich.
And that'll take us to Zoo's turn.
Oh,
All right.
He left combat.
I open the door.
And he has no clue what's going on.
I take a look at my surroundings. Can I still see Lux?
Yes.
Okay.
He has like a miniaturized, very localized whirlwind of dust around him, but
5.
you can see him for
All right.
all mechanical purposes.
So with my action, I'm going to choose. I'm going to use that one ability that I used before that I rolled for, the Tail of the Runaway.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to target myself, which allows me to use my reaction to teleport 30 feet. And I can also target people within 30 feet that I can see that can also do the same reaction.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if you want to reorient yourself on the battlefield, you can do so.
They can teleport up to 30 feet from their location.
Yes. Let me double check the wording on this. I had it pasted up above. I can choose a number of creatures it can see within 30 feet up to my charisma modifier to immediately use the same reaction. So you could move to an unoccupied space within 30 feet.
All right.
And was that for
all of
that?
everyone? Everyone.
The whole party.
A whole party can just, you can resituate the battlefield if you want to. My reaction is going here.
Closing the door.
And I'll wait if anybody wants to join me or get closer to me.
So let's do this in order of operate. So Thass, you can take your reaction now.
You are consuming your reaction.
Right.
To your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah! That's my guy.
All right. And then Lux, you can reorient yourself.
Bro, I'm staying right here. This Demi Lich ain't going
You don't
nowhere.
You don't want to be on top of his head? I don't know.
Actually,
30 feet above him and just drop the elbow.
teleport above, yeah.
Rifle his skull.
Put your shield under you and land on your shield.
Actually, yeah, how tall is the...
This room is tall enough where you could do that. You may inadvertently obscure your party members from being able to attack a skull if you're on it.
Fair play, fair play.
This isn't a giant skull. This is a human skull floating in the air.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll stay put.
All right, and then Athelios.
Is there anywhere I can be that is higher up than where I am now?
Not really. Yeah, not really.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm going to stay right here then. This is where I am.
All right. Zoo, is that the end of your turn?
Russell.
Sorry. I'm gonna close the door and end my turn.
Okay.
What a bitch.
Click.
Oh.
Hey, full cover is full cover, baby.
That's gonna bring us to Thass.
I'm gonna spend all the 19 points I have remaining of my lay on hands.
Yeah, yeah.
And then as a bonus action, I am going to what the heck? Oh, yeah, that's right. I guess consume this potion of minor. Is it a bonus action to consume a potion that you have, or is that a full action?
I think it's an object interaction.
I thought it was an action to consume a potion.
Okay, then no worries. It was just a potion of minor healing that I had from when we first started the campaign.
It is an action.
Okay, then that will end my turn.
Alrighty, that'll take us to this dwarf skeleton. So Russell, this door blasts open, and you are face to face with a dwarven skeleton.
Oh, okay. I see.
Karma, bitch. He has no weapons to save
I have
himself.
no weapons.
And it's gonna swing a battle axe at you. And it's gonna fucking hit the door frame and not get anywhere near you, apparently. This skeleton is gonna make his way back over to Athelios. And it will also swing a battle axe.
Does not hit.
17. Wow.
Oh, wait,
okay.
no, it does. It hits. I thought I was still holding my shield. With a shield,
Alright.
I have 18 AC, so it hits.
All right. See if we can get above 1. You will take 8 points of damage.
Okay, so that's 24.
And that'll take us to Luck.
All right. Lux is going to start with the bonus action and cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
I am missing permissions to put a token down. Are you able to put a token here?
Probably.
If an entity is surrounded, I know we don't normally do like advantage on the rear, but if an enemy is surrounded, would that be advantage?
You don't want
For
to enable
our
those
attacks?
rules.
It'll go both ways. And then you're gonna get mad at me because I'm gonna get advantage on you.
Dang it,
well,
I put the spiritual weapon in my backpack on accident. I'm trying to figure out how to take that out of my inventory.
Well, we can just say it's right there.
Perfect. And yeah, let me.
I gotcha.
Sorry, spells. Attack modifier is +5 for that one. So I'm just gonna roll the Warhammer. It's basically the same.
All right. Makes it easy.
Does a 16 hit?
16 will not hit.
Womp womp. And then for my action, I am going to snag the helmet. Can I snag the helmet from the ground?
Yeah.
Try to dunk the helmet again?
You may try, yes. So go ahead and make your roll.
11?
11.
I was really hoping you were gonna roll an 11 again. It's just that little
Right
bit.
there.
It's that little bit more of no.
Just again, you just can't quite get this thing over the top of the skull and get it to stick.
The Lich has never encountered this situation before. We can assuredly say that.
I don't know what this dwarf is trying to do, but I don't like it. That's all I've got.
Would that classify as heavy armor as well for the rest of his rolls too? I mean,
Sure would. And I'm really hoping the Demi-Lich doesn't have heavy armor proficiency.
you just made it
Athelios.
stronger.
So I now have. Wait a minute. I've got a second rapier in my backpack.
They're throwing them.
Well, shoot. I guess disadvantage is better than no advantage. I know. Shoot. Not in a good situation.
Move 10 feet over. Right here.
But I still have disadvantage.
Yes, I know. Athelios, come a little closer.
Wait, this.
And then do your attack.
Okay. Attack. Discard previous.
So
Attack.
if he were to not shoot the one that's close to him, is he still at disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Disadvantage. 14 does not hit.
It does not hit. Arrow goes whizzing by.
It was a good try though.
At
Rib
disadvantage,
cages are tricky when there's not all the meat in the way.
Mm-hmm.
It goes right between the rib bones. Unfortunately, there's nothing there to catch it.
There's nothing more I can do here.
That was 14 against the Lich, right?
Yes, that is correct.
The Lich or the skeleton?
This is the Lich.
Oh, okay.
We killed the Lich, we killed the skeletons, I think.
Save the cheerleaders, save the world.
And turn.
Bold assumption.
Why did they need to save the cheerleader again?
Because she could heal herself, like constant healing, and then her interaction with the dude who can steal, well, temporarily take powers, and then he took the nuke power, and like she didn't die, helping him control his power and not nuke everybody.
Okay,
Which
sweet.
none of this would have happened if he hadn't interacted with any of those people in the first place.
Alright, so the
I
the skull is going to turn and face you, Thass.
Oh, I
It is
shouldn't have
going-
said that about the cheerleader, huh?
It is going to cast Vile Curse at you.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
You will need to do a Wisdom saving throw.
I'm okay at those, or apparently not.
Oh,
An 11 will not succeed. So you've been magically cursed by the Demi-Lich. Until this curse ends, you have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. You can repeat your saving throw at the end of your turn.
Okay. Just curious, that doesn't count as an attack, does it?
No, I don't think so.
Damn.
Yeah, there's no roll.
it's casting a spell.
Yeah. I could hope.
That'll take
Mhm.
us to Zoo.
All right. Well, little did you know. And then my claws come out, and I just
Oh.
I just slash at the thing in front of me with my claws.
Yeah?
Hang on a second. Don't turtles just have 4 feet?
Well, I'm a turtle. I'm completely different. A 5 to hit.
What the fuck is a turtle?
I'm gonna let you know a 5 isn't gonna do it.
Yeah. Okay. Bonus action. I'm going to determine a tail, and so I'm going to roll a
Come on, amazing.
d12, and I'll let you know here shortly what that is, and I'll pass turn.
Oh, look, it says it automatically murders demi-liches.
Weird.
Oddly specific.
There's a couple that would be helpful, but this one was not it.
All right, that's gonna take us to Thass.
All right. The cursed. Injured.
You are cursed. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. In that case, I am going to go ahead and bless, because now that Athelios is in range. That was weird. It like
Zoomed
targeted
over
you
to
guys,
Zoo.
but then Zoo started talking about a tail.
So you blessing yourself, Lux, and Athelios, I assume.
Yeah, but for some reason it only lets me select one target, but tells me one of 3 selected.
Shift click.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then that will be that for my turn. And you said a wisdom saving throw?
Yep. DC 15. There it is. You are no
Just for
longer
good measure.
You are no longer cursed. All right, that'll take us to.
Vile.
I figured whatever's coming, we need more staves, you know? Little blessing, a little easier to hit things.
Yeah. This man's gonna swing his battle axe at the clawed Tortle in front of him.
He can try.
And Kai, just so you know, you get a D4 on
That does not hit.
all of your attack rolls
right.
and all your saving throws while you're blessed.
How long does bless last?
A minute or my concentration.
This one will kind of follow pace with you, and it's gonna swing at you again.
Why do these guys roll so low when they're hitting everybody else? What do you got against? What do you got against half-elf paladins?
I don't know.
It's a racial thing, I know
That
it.
does not hit.
13 will not hit. Okay.
You're like, I'm
That'll
gonna
take
hit.
us to Lux.
All right. Lux is going to second level guiding bolt
make a ranged spell attack.
Nat 20, baby!
Ooh.
Wow.
So roll 8. Yeah.
45
radiant
damage.
Pretty big.
Blasting with radiant damage, and that just to add insult to injury, I'm gonna hit him with my force weapon.
Mhm. If you do that, it rolls at advantage
Oh, beautiful.
because of guiding bolt, but it will consume the guiding bolt.
Let's see. Yeah, that's alright. It was supposed to be a 21, because I rolled it twice.
A 21 will hit. And is this considered a magic weapon mechanically?
Is. That deals force damage.
Okay.
So 7. Wait. Hang on. 1d8 plus spellcasting ability modifier. And I rolled a 4, so that is gonna be
7.
7. Okay, beautiful. Yep. 7 force damage, and whoops. That one, and that's all I got. And turn.
That's it.
That's all.
That'll take us to Athelios.
So, Bless gives me +4. And then the attack.
Finish the skeleton
It
next
gives
to
you 1d4, not +4.
1d4. Okay.
24.
So, I am going to make card previous. No. Stop. Wait, how do I untarget? Oh, that didn't do it. Stop targeting this. Nope. I want to target something else.
Shift T.
Shift T. Hold on.
It should untarget.
It's not untargeting.
You can also
I don't
just
like this.
tell me what you're targeting.
Yeah.
Roll.
Okay.
It's fine.
I'm still at disadvantage, right? Against the
yeah.
skeleton.
Yep.
15 to hit.
And you're targeting the skeleton?
Skeleton, yeah.
15 plus d4, right?
Oh yeah, plus d4.
You hit already.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. Let's see. If I draw, but that's also gonna hit that Thass and Lux. We won't do that then. That's how I made people mad in the last one. The other section.
Just hit and kill what's next to you. Get rid of that disadvantage, right?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna smack him with some damage.
All right. Five.
Wait, hold on. We're gonna re-roll that damage.
All right.
Dude, the piercing feat is so good.
Yeah. I need to roll attack.
Unfortunately.
No. Hell yeah, 10 damage.
10 damage. All right. How do you want to kill that one?
Arrow lodges itself straight between the eye sockets, and it just kind of slowly teeters there, and then it falls backwards.
All right. You've killed yet another one.
Another one.
Another one, another time.
Yeah.
And I am going to use a second wind.
Okay.
For 11 points of health, and which puts me back up to. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Hopefully that
Puts
didn't
back up to
reset
12.
my initiative.
Back up to
It-
8.
Can you change my initiative manually to 8? Because that just switched me with Lux.
Oh,
You just got to re-roll till you get an 8.
no.
That's going to take a
You know
long
what?
time, my friend.
We'll wait.
I'm back up to 35 hit points.
Nice. Okay.
On average, it'll only take 20 rolls.
Yeah. This is true.
Russell, I'm glad you came back. Let me just say that.
Wasn't my choice.
At which point I'm going to take a step this way, or I'm going to move 5 feet this way so I can see both the Lich and the Skelly Boy. And I will end my turn.
All right.
Bring it on! All right.
I get +8 to my ranged attacks.
So the Lich is gonna move.
Does that provoke attacks of opportunity?
It will, yeah.
Excellent.
Get him, boys!
I don't know. He's a floating skull. He can do what he wants.
So you being Thass and Lux, if you have not used your reactions, can do so now. If you would like to make an attack of opportunity.
Oh, no.
Assuming a 9 does not hit.
A 9 does not hit. No,
Did you roll with the D4?
it doesn't
D4 is
matter.
not gonna help.
How do I do the reaction attack?
Wait, does the weapon get a reaction? Spiritual weapon?
No, I have to use a bonus action on my turn to attack with it. But I get free movement for it every turn, so it's just going to follow the Demi-Lich over and start whacking.
You can just make a normal attack. That's fine.
Yeah, what's weird is it doesn't.
Sentinel.
It doesn't let me select attack since it's not my turn. How did you roll your D20?
So I've got the combat, or I've got the
you know
Argon
what?
combat HUD, and just click the Warhammer.
It was purely because my thing was already listed up above.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why. And no, I'm gonna go with a 11 does not hit.
11 does not hit.
I
I
did it. I did the thing. I removed the target.
So, this skull floats over kind of toward the center point of your party, and it emits a blood-curdling howl. I'll need Constitution saving throws from everyone.
Wait. Do I get was it advantage on saving throws or +4 or +1 d4?
It's +1 d4 to saving throws.
Okay, sweet. Get it. Boop, boop. Constitution.
Does a 16 make it?
Oh no.
I don't know.
I'll
no.
let you know in a second.
Oh no, hold on. Roll.
6.
I got 10. I got 10.
Uh-oh, boys.
This isn't good.
I believe they call this the turning point.
Meat's back on the menu.
That's why that level 6 Paladin trait is so tempting. Okay, so Let's see. 10, 6, 6, 16. Okay. So Lux, you managed to get your gauntleted hands over your ears in time to not feel the full effect of this howl emanating from the skull. The rest of your party, unfortunately, is not as lucky, and you see each of them kind of dematerialize and just get ripped from their physical bodies and ingested into the skull.
Oh,
Those
that's
are all
not good.
You are now frightened until the end of your next turn.
Ah! Get the fuck away from me, you creepy skeleton.
And that takes us to this skeleton over here, who will move their 30 feet and end their turn. And it is now your action.
I look up frightened real quick.
You have disadvantage on your any attack rolls, and is the speed halved when you're frightened?
Creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear. Well,
Right here wouldn't necessarily be closer.
And your spiritual weapon could move as well.
it sure can. Yeah, I'm going to. Is this obelisk? Any reason? I'm going to move behind the obelisk.
Okay.
And while I'm doing so, I'm going to move my spiritual weapon over to this spot, right next to where Athelios was. And I'm going to swing at the Demi-Lich.
All right. Roll attack.
Ooh, 13.
13 will not hit.
And then I'm going to take off my backpack and dump everything out of it and get it ready like a man about to try and catch a badger on its way out of the den.
Okay, yeah.
And then I'll pass the turn.
Okay. Athelios isn't there. Okay, the Demi-Lich is going to move into position here. And you will need to make a Constitution saving throw as 3 crackling beams of energy erupt from the eye sockets and jeweled teeth of this skull.
$17?
How much? 17?
Yep.
Okay. Your last moments of consciousness are filled with searing pain as you all wake up underneath Sam's workshop.
We almost had him.
Actually, pretty close.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Is everybody okay? I don't
you
really
are-
have any healing, but I can staunch a wound.
You are all okay. Any wounds that you've suffered are still present. But any lingering effects, curses, fear, etc., are no longer applied to you. Also, any status effects such as bless, etc., those have all gone as well. But yeah, you all, for lack of a better term, wake up under the workshop. Sam is not there.
I would like to look at the Warhammer and see if the runes still look odd to me.
Well, he
Because
does
they had
that.
shifted before.
I'm gonna walk up to him. I'm gonna spin him around, and I'm gonna call him a coward straight to his face.
He came back.
Oh. I look at him nonchalantly, and it's like, well, I think I had the right call because we died if that was real life.
But we took damage we didn't necessarily need to because you left us 4v3.
Oh.
Actually, 8v3.
I would assume so. Mike, I would assume that I've read about liches in the library, or at least heard about them as like powerful casters, and like,
Oh yeah.
let you
Liches
know.
are-
No. I was trying to get us out of there, and everyone kept charging back in. It seemed.
Demi Lich. Demi.
Well,
We have
No matter.
I'm pretty sure the chests have legs.
So an important note is a demi-lich is kind of one of two things. It's either a lich that has forgotten or somehow lost the ability to feed souls to its phylactery, or it's a lich who decided that even an undead body is too much of a tether and a nuisance for them. So it doesn't always mean weaker necessarily.
These hands are always getting in the way of all the magic I want to do.
Yeah, but no, I wouldn't call myself a coward. I'd call it, intelligent retreating and a tactical retreat.
Well, when you next find yourself in a fight and need our assistance, don't be surprised if we duck out the door.
Wait,
All right.
Hang on, didn't you run to the back of the cavern while me and Thass were charging in?
Oh, well, I had a bow. What did you want me to do?
Wait a second.
I did everything I could. I took out 3 of the freaking skeletons.
Single-handedly.
Single-handedly.
After you burned everything with a radiant fire and activated the Demi-Lich.
Yeah, and woke up the Demi-Lich. We could have handled 5 skeletons.
I mean, we went in there to fight evil. I mean, I went in there to fight evil.
Well,
Have you seen something more evil than that Demi-Lich?
it would have been a different story
No.
if we had a 4v1 advantage.
Well, yeah, but I mean, look, is it not going to wake up when we're fighting its minions to the death 15 feet away?
Well, it
I
hadn't
did
until
that.
you blasted it.
Well, that's a fair point. Maybe it's hadn't got around to getting up yet.
No.
Sleeping in.
I think that's the way that one
Mhm.
worked.
Hey, look, after a couple hundred years in the darkness, maybe 1,000 years or 2, I mean, I got to imagine that's a rough wake-up call.
I don't think it sleeps per se.
Think it was an elf.
No, it's not alive.
Oh, I think it was an elf.
What, did the skeleton have plenty ears?
I don't know, you tell me, you're the one who thinks it's an elf.
The dead don't need to sleep, my friend.
And that's kind of all they do.
Well,
More of an enthusiastic hobby of the dead.
I don't think we call it sleep.
Oh,
We
you're
just
right.
call it
Then
dead.
why do they call it Sleep Like the Dead?
Sent off to eternal rest.
I don't know, but we definitely shouldn't examine that any further.
Also, Athelios, I'm pretty sure you still think you're dead.
No. I just woke up, so
you're just
I'm
double
back in
Nope.
the.
You're double dead.
I don't
Hey,
think that's
I
the way
would
that one works.
I would like to persuade him that he is now double dead.
You can try.
I don't think that's the way that one works. Oh, no,
I
rolled a
I'm
natural
double
20.
dead.
He's double dead.
Well, unfortunate. I was literally thinking like you would have to roll a nat 20 to convince someone of that, but there it is. Yeah. So Athelios, Thass convinces you in one form or another that you have now double died.
So we're all double dead. So it wouldn't matter if I went up to him and poked him with my rapier. So that's what I'm going to do. So we're all double dead. Poke.
Who are you poking?
I'm poking Thass in the foot with my rapier.
Sounds like there's no reaction from Thass.
He just takes the rapier through the foot.
So about that.
You gotta roll attack.
Okay, we'll roll attack here. Wait. Question: any items I dropped in there, are they gone?
You have all of the items that you are supposed to have.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make
And
sure.
a mysterious black rock.
I'm assuming that there is some kind of mess in Sam's workshop after all this hubbub.
No, actually, surprisingly not. You see a
13 to hit.
No, you don't.
a relatively small blood spatter on the wall. But other than that, you just see your sword still encased in stone, and everything else is as it was.
So about that
Lux
sword,
got bitch slapped by a lich.
is it? Do the runes still look like? So you remember when I was originally doing it that they like inverted and only I could see that? Does it still look that way, or is it no longer? Does it look like its initial state?
It still looks the same to you, where the runes have shifted,
Okay.
but only you.
Yep. Got it. I'll keep that to myself.
Lux is going to start cleaning up the blood. You can say a
Very
lot about Lux Boulder Flight, but him being a bad guest is not one of those things.
Sure. Well, hey, let's take a like a 5-er.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
I'll be back in 5.
Sounds good.
Is everyone here?
I think we're only missing Athelios. Well, I'd say that Demi-Lich really was asserting dominance there. Like, what kind of creature brings you into its mind just to spank you? And then show me what you got. Here's everything we got. All right. Cool.
Come back later.
Stock up on holy water, go back in tomorrow.
It's like those fights that you're not meant to win.
Yeah, like the when some games start like that. Like, here's the boss for the end. Now you have a goal.
I like to think of it as more of a fight you're not supposed to lose. You know what I mean?
Wait, hang on. Isn't that every fight?
Well, now I want to go back. Maybe it's a puzzle. Like, you come back in and it's like, maybe if we tackle this differently, there's like a stalagmite or something, or stalactite hanging from the ceiling that we could drop on it. We just didn't take enough stock of the room.
Should have tipped the obelisk over on it.
Yeah.
Oh man, do you remember when we found out in the
Oh
Goblin
my
camp
God.
that
When I was
you
I-
remember?
I was a bard, right? And I was
Yep.
like, okay, just drop the obelisk on me, just do it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good times. Yeah.
I was like, what?
Well, no,
No
the
way.
first time it happened, we didn't know it could happen.
Yeah, it was
Right.
one of the enemies.
It's
And I was like,
magical.
what?
Mhm.
What just happened? Why did I die? You can do that?
And then it was okay, we're gonna send the bard in. He's gonna play music, have all the goblins circle around him, and then we'll collapse.
What are you good
Brutally
for?
murdering him.
It
Yeah.
was super effective, though.
What are you good for, bard? Well, to get everyone next to me.
On my second playthrough, I found that you could get up high above and just start shooting arrows and shoving the goblins off of there when they came up the ladder.
Philly,
Yeah.
so you're back.
My first playthrough is Gloomstalker, so I just like popped up in there and picked people off one by one.
Mhm.
The roof superhighway. Rafter superhighway? Yeah.
Hi, are you back?
I'm here.
Okay. So yeah, you are all in the kind of under section of Sam's workshop.
Well, would you like me to finish reading what's on the sword?
No,
I
just wait. I sent Sam before I jumped in with you to go get what was his name again?
Lothar.
Lothar. Yes.
Okay.
So he should be back any minute. Well, based on the amount of time we were in there, he should be back by now.
Yeah, let's pop our heads outside and see what we're looking at for time of day. I'm gonna kind of clamber upstairs and look outside to see how much time, or try to gauge how much time has passed.
Sure. So you head up the ladder, I guess, and you pop out into the shop, and yeah, it's kind of getting toward the evening. You know, definitely a good 8 or so hours at least. You could probably guess have passed.
Time has no meaning for the double dead.
I guess Like I would like to go to the library to see if anything was reported to Lothar. What's going on?
Sure. So as you exit the shop, you see giant blue, kind of energy surges almost occurring all throughout the forest around the city. And as you, again, as you exit the shop, you see the town guard kind of hustling and bustling past you, running toward checkpoints and other buildings, and generally just kind of escorting people.
Try to grab a guard or approach a guard, and ask like what's happening to see if there's any kind of information they can give.
Sure. So you managed to flag down a guard, and he kind of shuffles up to you and says, "What are you still doing out in town? You should be hunkered down in the mayor's manor by now."
What's happening?
He kind of furrows his brow. Obviously a weird question to ask, based off of his context.
Yeah.
But he says, well, as night fell, the earth started shaking, and we started seeing all of these blue pillars of light seeping out from the ground, and they all erupted almost at the same time. We don't know what it means. There hasn't been any damages or injuries reported, but we're just taking precaution and getting our more vulnerable citizens into a safe place.
Have the library staff been moved to the manor?
He says any civilians have been moved. I can't say to the staff of the library. I wasn't in charge of that section of town.
Okay.
Now nothing's damaged the town here, but what about where the pillars of light? What does it look like? Is it damaging the land surrounding it? Is it there's some ethereal thing like what?
It looks to be ethereal in nature. You from where you are, right? Like you're looking out over a pretty big distance, so you can't determine if any damage has occurred. But it's not like a catastrophic event is occurring, right? It's not like a volcano's erupting or anything.
Gotcha. So go to the pub, wait for all to blow over.
I would like to head to the library, still, but yeah, check on the library stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I'm going to say, well, I'm going to go drink because I'm dead, and there's no point to any of this.
Okay, have fun.
Athelios, I have something to tell you. We're not just
What's
double
that?
dead. We're triple dead.
My God.
And I'll be nodding my head in assistance.
Ha, you're funny. You can't be triple dead. There's no such thing. And
I'm
walk off
assisting
the
with
pub.
the nod of my head.
With that roll, the lie from before kind of shatters as well, and you realize that you think you've been goofed on.
Wait a minute.
I feel like I'm partially responsible.
You bastards. You made me think I was double dead. There's no such thing as double dead. I
I
wasn't
know
even
exactly
dead
who
in the
my
first
mother
place.
is. So, to the library?
Yeah.
I guess I got a care then. We go to the library.
I'm gonna reach up and pat him on the shoulder and be like, well, at least you got like 7 minutes of not caring in.
Dude, I almost had him.
I tried to assist you, but you didn't want my assistance.
All right. So yeah, you guys make your way toward the library, and as it comes into view, it looks different, not damaged, but it almost looks like the library is trying to like shelter itself. It's not as long and expansive. It's more kind of cloistered in.
Turtling is what they call it, or tortling it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One could
No,
say
that
it's
would be when you run
tortling.
out of the room.
Not that called out.
But yeah, you make it to the library, and there is still staff there at the front that welcomes you. They seem a little bit, shaken, but they are still there.
I'm going to try to calm them down. Tell them that everything is. We'll get to the bottom of what's going on right now. We're not sure either, but everything is going to be okay.
Sure. Make a persuasion roll.
Yeah.
See if you do better than Kai.
15.
Yeah, you managed to calm their nerves to some degree. They weren't catatonic or anything before, but they kind of seemed to snap out of it a little bit. They in fact welcomed that. Oh, Zoo! I didn't even realize. What are you doing here? How can I help you?
Oh, was coming to check on Lothar and see if Sam made it here.
If Sam made it here?
Yeah, if he came to Sam the blacksmith. He was going to come and get Lothar. No?
Don't remember seeing Sam pass through, but Lothar did head out toward the forest to investigate the cause of whatever is happening out there. Maybe Sam went with them. I don't know, but I didn't. I didn't see Sam come here.
Which exit did he take, or like what way into the forest did he head? Like the main path, or?
Yeah, they headed out east on the main path.
Okay. Thank you very much. Make sure to hunker down. Seems like the library is protecting itself, and I think it's probably safer than where the rest of the people are staying.
Yeah, we'll be barring the door here before night, fully falls, just to make sure that we keep everyone in here. We don't have anyone wandering about. But if you need anything, feel free to stop by. I'm sure we'll be able to at least get you sheltered.
Awesome. Thank you. And I don't really have any more questions if you guys had any.
Nothing for me. Well, what do you think our next step should be? Head out after Lothar or checking with the mayor?
My vote's just to go right for Lothar.
I agree. Our friend is out there and he may need help.
Lux is going to look around and kind of pull the group away from any prying ears. Is that blue light related to what we were doing? Or is it related to the little lake of blue water that Sam has under the blacksmith?
It's closer to the lake of blue under the blacksmith. I don't know if the two are related, like the events that we experienced and this blue kind of mana energy. They could be. But yeah.
Well, not good. Are y'all in any kind of shape to head out into the wilds right now? I know I'm not.
Russell's looking good.
I feel great. What do you mean? What seems to be so any damage that was taken? Like how does this like?
You took that damage.
Okay, so
and you are still wounded if you are wounded.
Okay, so but
the damage
our method of dying was just that we just died, but didn't take damage, or what is the?
Yeah, you were forcibly removed.
Okay, so I'm just at full health. Okay, cool. Well, I can give you a few hit points if you need it.
Well, I don't have any spells left for the day.
He said in character.
I see.
Spell slots.
Nah, I can do some little spells, but I got none of the big guns left.
I think maybe we need to take a little short resty rest.
Short rest. Well, I'm down. You know, I'm always down for short resting. I'll play some music. I don't know if that'll help with the spell situation, though.
No,
I don't know that it will either.
but it'll make me feel better.
What if we get to Lothar? He can't get anywhere very fast.
It's a fair point.
He's kind of blind, kind of.
You never did really ask him about that.
Yeah, we did it. Just assume that he's kind of blind.
Yeah, if y'all don't mind taking a quick sit down, if nothing else,
Okay.
definitely use it.
So I'm gonna use.
So, short rest?
Yeah.
So I make some snacks, and I use my Song of Rest. So everyone gets an additional 1d6 plus 1d8 additional hit points on top of hit dice. So that's just singing and feeding.
Did you say 1d6 and 1d8?
Yeah, you get both of those.
Hella good.
Yeah, and then you get whatever hit. Then you can spend whatever hit die, as long as you spend. So you do have to spend at least one hit die, to get that bonus. But I assume you are. Yeah.
All right, so a short rest is taking you kind of settle down kind of in front of the library, I guess.
Yeah.
and whip out your instrument of choice. You cook up some food right outside of the library. And, yeah, you all just kind of.
I guess we're taking a short rest.
You all just kind of kick it.
A little barbecue. Kick back.
Look, if you got bitch slapped by a lich, you too would want to take a quick short breath.
Lich slapped, please.
It's just weird that you did it outside of the library rather than inside of the library.
There's no fires allowed inside the library.
That's never been established.
You know what? There's no fire allowed inside the library.
I don't know all that much about fire. What I do know is you don't want to burn down a library.
That is
That's not
that is
enough.
very wise. Yes.
Yeah.
That's why my grandma told me to be a cleric. Tell you what.
I'm just nodding
All right,
my
so-
head. Yeah.
you guys pop down, do your short rest, cook your food, tend to your wounds, etc. Any spell slots that recover on a short rest, do so, or any other feats or traits or whatever. And you kind of discuss it and you talk it over and you decide that you want to go out and try to track down Lothar and potentially Sam and help with any investigations that may be occurring in the forest. And I think we might end it right there. That's a good bookend until we get to the next part of here.
Now do we get to level up?
Not yet.
Oh, dang.
How close were we on the Demi-Lich?
Well,
Not specifics
one good
necessarily,
hit.
but
So let's see. How much did your crit do? It did like 45, right?
Yo.
45 radiant.
So in total, your party, by the books, would have done a grand total of 7 damage to it.
Excuse me. 45 radiant damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
I see.